Hi! Thank you so much for being here. Let me do some audio check and also invite my guest in. Let's see. Hi!
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. How are you?
Do you remember this photo?
Of course! That's so cute!
Yeah, you took it when Sumaya was a few weeks old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still remember. So tembam. So cute.
Anyway, happy birthday, Huda. I know this is your birthday today, and yet you are here doing live with me.
Thank you so much. Yes, I felt that the best way to celebrate is to celebrate with all of you who are watching here today. So, how have you
Aw,
been?
you are so sweet. Um, Good. I'm just in between our sessions. I'm just going to have a quick snack and everything. Okay, because I had like a back-to-back classes. 11 o'clock private and then 12 o'clock was the prenatal yoga. So yeah, it was a total mad rush. But I'm happy to be here today, and for every one of you who have tuned in, hello.
Thank you. Thank you for the wish. Yes. And now everybody knows my birthday. Thanks, Nora.
Everyone should know, and everyone should honor and celebrate you.
So,
Hmm.
Nora, thank you so much for being here. This is really a great honor and pleasure to have you here on our first IG Live.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm nervous and a little bit scared to actually, be doing this live. I've never doing it live, but if you see my other IGTV stories, it's always like pre-recorded, and I enjoy the power of editing.
I feel you, I understand, because I'm an editor myself, I have a video content production company, so we do the same work as well. So this definitely is helping us step outside our comfort zone, right?
Yes, 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 that's true. Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
everyone.
Oh, hi.
Thank you so much for being
Hi,
here.
Amani.
Let me give a shout out to everyone who's here. Adate, the Lazy Turtle, Color Bowl, Liana Rahman, Chabi Garfield, Min Ihsan, and Zazik. Thank you so much for being here. We've got lots of people joining in. Thank you
Hello.
so much for being here. I think Nora is very happy for you guys to be here to support her. Yes.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Uh,
I'm gonna be playing with the filters. First time at Jakun. I'm quite
nope.
surprised to see that we can actually, yeah, no, we can actually play with the filters.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
let's play
Anyway,
filters.
hello, ladies.
Let's see what filters do we have? Ooh, I got that. Okay, I've got that.
I totally vibe you. I totally vibe you.
Okay, maybe I should not distract everyone. Okay, and I'll just get started. Uh, Hi Fee and Shirin, thank you so much for being here. The Heart Company, thank you so much for joining us. We're just testing out the whole features first right now before we get started. Okay, so Nora, I'm so
Mm.
happy that you're here. Come on, tell us a little bit about your business and what do you do?
Right. So today's topic, going on live with you, is pivoting the fitness studio during COVID-19. So just want to put it out there that whether you're here as an entrepreneur or someone who is doing a side hustling, and while managing through full-time job, or simply just a stay-at-home mothers who are looking to explore um, in entrepreneurship, this I think you can totally relate to what we're going to be sharing today. I hope that whatever insights or every sharings and experiences that I'll be sharing today will be beneficial for you. And also, I would like to also have Huda to also share a little bit more of her insights also, and how you manage your company during this crisis. I hope that it's a two-way interaction. And if you ladies have any questions at all, regarding my business, on how I manage, or even Huda, just type onto the comment.
Yes.
It will be constantly checking them.
There is a
We're
question.
still adjusting to this.
There's like a question sticker at the bottom. So right next to the comments, there's like a question tab. You just tap on that and key in your question. So I will be notified that that is a question and not just merely a comment. All right. So feel free to let us know if there's anything that you want to learn and on top of what Nura is about to share. So Nura, come on, let's find out, like, how has it been for you throughout this whole COVID-19 situation for your fitness studio? Let's be honest and see how we can work together on this. Yep.
Yeah, so actually, it's been 3 months since this circuit breaker has been implemented. And honestly, I don't see it as a setback, but as an opportunity of introspection for my business and for what I can continue to offer to the community. So it was a mad rush when all of us got to know that we had to be locked down on the 4th April, if I'm not wrong. So on that 4th April, it was the day that I had to like finish everything, like had to do the final class, and it was on a Saturday, and it was a bittersweet journey. And then on 7th April, it was the day that everybody had to be totally stay at home. So I took like a mad rush 3 days to coordinate with my instructors, coordinate with my team to actually get on board to be offering our classes virtually. And during that process, I feel like breaking down because everything is like is heavy on my shoulders, and I'm the person who by nature is an extrovert, so dealing with the different family dynamics in the home, while also transitioning my business to be virtual, it was a challenging period for me. But I'm really thankful that I also receive a lot of messages from the members and asking them, when is the launch date, when is the launch date. And the reason why I moved my business to virtual is because during the March, I think when everything gets to be serious, and there was a lot of what's this called? A lot of infections happening around in Singapore. On that particular day, I think it was 26 March. I can remember details if I put my mind to it. So there was a particular member of mine who actually WhatsApp and suggested if HerTribe can actually offer online classes on IGTV or what other platforms at all. And at that point of time, I was considering it, but I didn't dive into it because I had high hopes that the government can take care of it. Like everyone will practice safe distancing and everything. But then everything kind of like dropped a bomb when we entered through April. So I am very proud of my instructors to actually cooperate and also to establish themselves in enabling their craft to actually expand virtually during classes. It wasn't easy for them because they are also full-time they are also working full-time. So a lot of my instructors are freelancers and part-time, and to juggle what they do full-time and also to continue offering the services for the members. It was a really, really heartfelt moment for me because the bedrock of our business is actually the instructors itself. So a lot of times I tried to pull everybody, all the loyal members to actually continue virtually. Yeah, and Alhamdulillah, for the first 2 months, my business has able to sustain despite not having release from the landlords. It was actually quite sad to say, because to be as a disclaimer, and everyone who watching this who already seen my post that I'm moving my studio, right? And it's because the current landlord that I have wants to actually sell the unit for 1 million to a Chinese travel agency. So it was a big blow to me because personally, for the past 7 years as a freelance, I've moved from being a freelancer to become a business studio owner. Um, Ever since I found my eye on that particular studio, because I was renting out different locations, one at Jurong, one at Woodlands, one at MRT, then finally at Eunos, and my heart just got sold. And that's where I told myself, okay, 5 years after 2 years of freelancing, I told myself 5 years down the road, I want to actually establish a home for the community, for her tribe. So previously we were known as Fitness for Muslimah. And then after I got pregnant and have that sweet maternity leave, I rebranded it to Her Tribe, because I wanted to actually promote diversity. So it's not just Muslim women, it's anyone at all, any woman from walks of life to come together to enjoy this safe haven that I provide and my instructors provide, to actually focus more on their fitness journey. So for the past 2 years, having a home at the Una studio, it was very fulfilling, because having to meet a lot of clients day in and day out on a daily basis assured me that, whatever the business has gone through for that past 2 years, we remain their trustful partner in their fitness and holistic lifestyle. So it was very sad for me now to actually say this out loud, that we are moving, but it's a good fresh start to relaunch, because that studio, when I found a home at the studio, I actually entered through a partnership with a friend.
Mhm.
And it didn't work out so well, but all things is fair in love and war, isn't it? So I choose my battle and I move on. It was a difficult journey to transition, because I had expected to have a mentorship, because they themselves has a fitness studio. So Alhamdulillah, for the first 1 or 2 months, I had their guidance, but then everything like just letting go, and I had to pick up from scratch, because honestly, when we entered the partnership, it was me having to take care of their clientele from the Uno studio, and suddenly I was belittled. And I would just want to put a disclaimer that do not ever, even though you're so long in the business or you're trying to, enter through entrepreneurship, do not look down on humble and small beginnings. And it was a big transition from me as a freelancer to become a studio owner. So I literally break down. For the first 2 months, my heart was torn apart. I wasn't generating revenues. I wasn't generating loyal members. Even though I go to the studio for that period of 2 months, that was in 2018, I actually wanted to just, stop and just let go everything. And then I told myself, even with small and humble beginnings, it always leads to bigger purposes. So I'm very thankful that despite my shortcomings, despite my setbacks, not having the right mentorship, not having the right guidance, I have a few friends in the fitness industry that I can rely on. And they are really my pillars. And that's where I find that that's how every one of us, whether we are in any different industries, we should have friends who are in the same industries, not to compete. While competition should be healthy, it does not need to actually bring you away from your sole purpose of the business. So I'm very, very thankful that I have a few friends that I opened up to, and we remained it secret. Like we didn't tell anyone, but I don't know. So right now everything is unscripted and untold, and the past 2 years has been a roller coaster ride. Roller coaster ride. And I've had a few introspection moments during at different times of the businesses before COVID-19. And I told myself that whoever left the studio, whether they are instructors or whoever just stop coming to the studio altogether because they just doesn't resonate resonate to what we offer, then that is entirely up to them, because every one of us attract a vibe. So your vibe attracts your tribe. And that's where this her tribes comes about. And I'm very, very thankful that despite COVID-19, my vibe, my intuition has never faltered. So Alhamdulillah for that. I'm a practitioner of manifesting your intuition. So I do have like crystal stones, and not to be shirik, like for those of us in the Malay industry, not to be shirik, but that is how I connect myself to him, in having that, because these crystals are from earth, and everything else is from him. So in philosophical and spiritual sense, it's everything from him. So I'm just asking Allah and the higher power to help me, guide me to realize my intentions, to realize what I should do, and so forth. So there was a lot of introspection happening around, during the 2 years, and right now during this COVID-19. There will come to a point where during the first month of COVID-19, I had to make a difficult decision, because we had to move everything virtually. So I have to um, make a decision how I can actually move the business to be sustainable, right? And to continue having the online presence, having the websites and everything, to be a representative of what me and my instructors are passionate about. So we continue having our virtual classes and explore. So macam it's difficult to offer aroma yoga classes virtually, but thankfully some of our members use essential oils, so they can follow through Izan, they can follow through Maya, my instructors, in how to use the essential oils. And yeah, to make that difficult decision, I feel that it should be what is that word? It should be a slow process. It's not a fast process. If you're building something the right way, you shouldn't have a one hit fast solutions. Otherwise, it will fall pretty quickly. Yeah, it will fall pretty quickly, and this is honestly true for me, because on my part also, I think the reason why there was a lack of mentorship also is because I didn't know what to ask.
That's true. That's true.
I didn't know what to ask. Yeah. So if you're the person who wants to go far in life or go far in business, you should know what to ask and how to ask. And it was only during that period of setback that I have a guardian angel came into my life. She was she came about my life as a member, and she was the one who actually initiated me to actually move all the bookings, manual bookings, to be online. That's where we came out with HerTribe app, the first ever app. The first ever app independently that a fitness studio have. Yeah. So all other fitness studios with big companies, private limited companies, everything, they use the booking system like MindBody and ClassPass. So we launched HerTribe app to actually enable enable our clients to actually make their life easier when they want to book for a class. And it was a smooth sailing that the person, my guardian angel, I wanna disclose her name. She wouldn't want that also. She pushed me hard in business wise, and she was the right kind of mentorship that I needed. Even though she's not from fitness industry, even though she's from different industry. And yeah, I'm very thankful that the mentorship comes in a right form of direction for me to grow the business and to be able to have that energy and that resources to actually move out of the studio once the lease ends. And it just so happens that the lease ended when phase 2 is reopening. So from the beginning of January to April, me and my team were on our TP toes. And I I disclose I disclose this information to my instructors that I'll be moving, but not where. Yeah, so it's important to just keep that in the loop. And I learned a lot as a business owner, pivoting the fitness studio during circuit breaker, during COVID-19, is always communicate to your staffs, to your colleagues, to your partners effectively. Otherwise, everything is just not going to garner a lot of happiness. Yeah, it's not going to garner happiness or relationships. Building wise, sustainable relationship and friendship should always be part of your business, part of your business. Just like what Shahira Rahim, which mentioned previously in her podcast with you, is that your network is your net worth, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I'm very thankful for that, and it's been how to say this?
It's bittersweet,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure.
been emotional. Yeah, it's bittersweet. It's been an emotional ride for me lah. Yeah, and in the part where pivoting my business during the COVID-19, I have to assess my business and how much I'm spending. You know, like would I want to continue? You know, so we had the HerTribe app, right? So we had to stop that. For the time being, because 70% of our I would say revenue or usually comes from in-person physical classes, and the app is meant to assist our members to actually book the classes when you're in the studio, right? So we don't see that that it's going to be benefiting us on our pockets during circuit breaker, during this pandemic. So we stopped all that altogether. But I've used what I've learned through building up the tribe, building up the app with my guardian angel. I would say my sounding board. I would say to her as my sounding board. Building up my building up my experiences on hosting videos, on what other things, on hosting content through the app to another platform. So there's so recently pivoting all the fitness classes not only on Zoom but also on our latest feature called the video on demand library. So it's somewhat like Netflix. Yeah. So if you know, like you cannot get away from your your Netflix shows, this is something that you can use the library itself to do your own workout. So it's actually a replay of our Zoom classes, selected Zoom classes that I find that when I'm editing, it offers the exact sound quality and different diversity of class plannings onto the platform. So anyone at all, whether we are entering through phase 2 to reopen and opening out her tribe doors, and if you find that you need a little bit more time to actually just get back into the society and going out, you can actually use the video on demand library to watch the replays of our Zoom classes at your convenience. So yeah, we had to actually reduce our prices super low. Yeah, so that was like a but alhamdulillah, I always believe that Allah is the best provider. And even though we had to reduce the prices super low, there are a few that are very thankful for it. And occasionally for me also, I offer some sponsorships for those who are not able to, commit to the small fee. So I offer them sponsorships to help them get through this pandemic by joining us virtually online for free. Yeah, and if you are in that state also, and if you're transitioning, and if you ever need to just stretch it out or exercise, and you are financially tight, you can always write into her tribe and ask for sponsorship, because we are more than willing to help you, because the intention and the sole purpose of her tribe is always for the community. And we're being blessed, and we've been blessed by that purpose and for that drive. Yeah, alhamdulillah for that lah.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Nora, for
I think I talk a
sharing.
lot.
Because no, but don't worry. I think it is very raw and authentic, and that's exactly what we want here. You know, to let all our listeners and all our viewers here to know that these are fearless fempreneurs right here coming on our show. They are making an impact and they are making a lot of change. You know, I've known Nora for so many years, and one of the things that I know about Nora is she loves and is very passionate about marketing. So whenever she tells me something about what her business is, right, I'm like, okay, like she's putting her marketing degree into good use. Yeah, and then at the same time, you know, when she, as compared to, you know, if you know, if you're okay with it, when I interviewed Nora in our podcast and compare her to now, she's so much more aligned right now as compared to previously. Yeah, because like now
Yeah,
you
yeah.
definitely know what is it that you wanna, you know, what you want to do. So let me just like, you know, pick out all the things that you have mentioned just now. So I identified three things. So one of the first thing that you mentioned was that at the end of the day, you always need to remember that whatever you know you have planned, not necessarily everything works out, you know, in your order, but you know you have to consistently be strong. You have to find the solution to
Mm-mm.
whatever challenges that is. And the second thing that you mentioned is that it's so important for you to have a team that really relates and resonates with your values. So if you don't have a team that cannot understand what's going on or just cannot feel the vibe that you have intended for your own company, definitely that is not what you want. So it's okay if they leave, just move on anyway. And I think the third thing is that,
Mm.
you know, you mentioned just now that you always have to listen to your customers. So if your customers are giving you some
Mm.
feedback, some suggestions, be open to accept it, and at the same time grow together with them, because they are your community
Yes.
members. They are there to support you. If they give you feedback, you jolly well listen, right?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes, not sometimes, most of the times, it is the customers and the clients that are your sounding board, and they will shake you, they will shake you and grow you, and that's where you need to accept yeah your suggestions. And I'm very very thankful that over the years I've grown a close knit community where not only on newsletters but only on also on online presence and also in person. So if anyone knows me at all, I'm really a big extrovert person, but when you put me into a big room of other people, I can be as quiet as a mouse because I'm very selective lah. Yeah. So I vibe with whoever is needs this. There's one thing that I want to actually share also as one last thing is to never give up on your intentions, like whatever noises that you have around you, and transitioning back into or relaunching back into your business. Always remember your intentions, because everyone can talk the talk, but it is your intentions that will always drive you 10 steps ahead. Yeah, always remember that. Yeah.
Thank you for that insight, Nora. That is a very nice way to, you know, close off all of this. Yeah, so now we're going to open the floor for questions. If you've got any questions for Nora or for myself regarding the topic on pivoting a fitness studio virtually, or, you know, anything related to the whole concept of how a business owner is able to pivot and move the business online, feel free to ask. Now, in the meantime, while we wait for questions to come in, I would like to honor and thank every single one of you who are here. Every single one of you have joined in and shown your support. Thank you so much for being here. Nora also appreciates it for sure. You can see most of them or some of them are personal friends. So it's really nice to see you guys coming forward to support us in this IG live. Yeah, so let's see if there's any questions coming in. All right.
Otherwise, you can always ask me.
Yeah, or we can always take the questions offline. Not to worry. Yeah, so if you still have questions, you can continue to drop us the questions either to Nora directly, or you can ask me questions. Feel free to do that. Hey, I haven't introduced myself. Okay. Okay.
It always happens when you're on the other side, interviewing other people, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. So allow me to introduce myself. Okay. My name is Huda, and I am the co-founder of Fempreneur Secrets. Yeah, sorry. Okay. So I got really excited to get to know Nora's story, and I forgot to introduce myself. So we run an online community
Mm-mm.
for women entrepreneurs where we support them to move their business online. And it's so nice to see a lot of creativity comes out and pops up like mushrooms during this whole period. So I really like feel that this is the best time for us to share the strong women entrepreneurs, the fearless women entrepreneurs that are here in the market. Okay, so we've got one
Yes.
question by Poise Creative Adila. Thank you for the question. What was the
Mm-hmm.
most challenging part of transitioning to online?
Personally, for me, it's trying to incorporate our instructors' timeline schedule to being online, and of course, also listening to the suggestions of our members. When is the right time to actually be on the mat and exercising? So for that past 2 months, we actually play around with the timetable. Sometimes we have for the first month we have the classes in the mid afternoons and also on weekends, and then moving towards Ramadan, where a lot of our clientele are mostly Muslims. They are pivoting more towards evening. So yeah, we have to transition in that. And I really salute my team for actually transitioning and balancing their work-life balance into continue exploring and perfecting their craft even virtually. And yeah, it's not easy for instructors, like for anyone at all, to teach virtually. And because one thing, when we're in in in-person class, the instructors can actually take a break. We will see your form and we will still come down for you, but virtually we have to always maintain that professionalism and maintain that in was the awareness that some of our members are not auditory learners, so they are more visual, so they will look at the camera and they will really listen and see first before they attempting it. So it was a quite fun process to marry this into virtually lah. Yeah.
All right, that was a good
Yeah,
answer.
that was the most challenging.
Yeah, thank you so much, Adila, for that question. I hope Nora managed to
Yeah.
answer that question. Okay, so yes, if you want to get
Mm.
in touch with Nora, you can follow her on HerTribe.SG. And likewise, for those of you who are listening in
Mm-mm.
from her tribe, if you want to learn more about what Fempreneur Secrets does, you can follow us over at Fempreneur Secrets. We've got a podcast, and we also are continuing this series on a regular basis to share with the whole world the amazing women entrepreneurs that's around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Nora, for your
Yes.
time. Thank you so much. And always remember to keep learning and keep believing in yourself because the world needs an inspiration just like you. And I hope to catch you again in the next video.
Aw.
Take care. Bye-bye.
I love that tagline, Hedwa. I love that tagline. Thank you everyone for coming, and of course there is another one. There's that Huda is also interviewing at 4 o'clock at your Facebook live, right?
Yes.
So if you want to know more on just stepping out of the toxic what's happening in the social media right now with the misogyny, with the Black Lives Matters and all that, please just fill your mind up, fill your heart and mind out with aspiring stories, and may we get through phase two together with positivity and also with mindfulness or safe distancing and all. Okay,
All right.
take care, everyone.
Take care. Stay safe, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.